Hello, folks. Well, I'm going to try to talk for a minute. It is Thursday evening going into, so this will be a Thursday night, Friday morning video, or Friday whenever video, or whenever video. It just goes with the video to sip the coffee even though it's evening time. Still got my Audra shirt on. How are you all doing? How am I doing? Hanging tough. I've been pretty deeply ensconced in working on this project for this TBD dance collective. They gave me the sound score structure and notes to work from, and I like the challenge, and I've already got the 4 pieces put together, not completely, but they tell me what they want, and they sent me links to examples of the movement. It's perfect, to work for. It's like I don't have to be literal, but it's just great because it just, again, gives me a realm to work from as opposed to a blank palette. That can be, with just working with a blank palette, it can be great, but collaborating with others, especially like this, when people know what they want, and they're paying me. I love that. TBD, a dance collective. I'll try to remember to put a link to their website, and you can see some of their work. I've worked with them before, and beyond that, you'll see that these women, they do work now. It looks like with one male dancer. Just fantastic. Really cutting edge is anywhere. I've spoken to them many times, encouraging them. I said, wish you could take what you do out on the road before COVID, of course. Because it's cutting edge, not just for Omaha. Okay, so I'll talk about some music before just kind of rambling on music on this weird world. It was a weird day today. I'm so glad that I had the music to focus on. But I got in my most recent order, and at this point I don't have any more orders going. And I haven't played everything, but I played this, and it's a brand new record. A brand new release from Belgium, Aqsak Maboul. Figures. Mark Hollander is the main person behind this group. There's an association to the Canterbury School because Fred Frith and people like that have worked back and forth with this man, and he's worked with them on other people's projects. This is a reissue of their first album, Onze, Danses pour Combattre. I forget something about headaches. Wonderfully distinct and idiosyncratic music. It has a sound of its own, and in this album, when they went by AQ as opposed to AK, Aksak Maboul. And this is just I think of just a wonderful cover. A bit of something to do with the Bandits. Un peu de la main de Bandits. And that great cover where it's the nude couple, and she's covering the dog's eyes so he doesn't see her. The fellow's erection. It's great. I've just gotten through, this is a double album, I've just gotten through my first listen to one album. I love it. It's European. It's a mixture. It starts off with a pulsing thing, kind of like Steve Reich, and then it gets into the Euro pop, and then it's just all over the place already, and it's just done with taste. I mean, they have a sound, and it's like I just love music like this because the idea is to make something good. They know it's good. I can hear that it's good. I haven't even delved into the lyrics yet. Love the artwork too. Nice double album. I love gatefolds, especially when they give you some sweet artwork. Aksak Maboul. A new release. This is brand new. New music, and I highly recommend this if you don't know the band. Aksak Maboul. Figures. Now, I also got these in today, and I dropped the needle on this. These other two I haven't played yet, although one of them I've heard. The other I can't remember what I've heard. This is an Italian band that I didn't know about, but it's Italian Prague. And I checked it out online before I bought this. I Giganti. Terra in Bocca. Poesia di un delitto. And it's very wordy, lots of words, but the music is good. The music passed my test. It's very varied. It's got that organ thing going on. But not just that, I like it when the music, it's like, it's almost operatic or it's melodramatic. So the music just keeps going all over the place. This one also turns out is a reissue on this lovely red vinyl. So I like that as well. Got this in. So another happy addition to my Italian progressive rock collection, which it has been a focus of mine. It's a fairly adolescent based interest because a bit of this music has really dated, but it's just been something that it's been a focus. It's European progressive rock in general. But thankfully, I've gotten a line on this Italian stuff, so I've been picking up on it. Which, speaking of, here's another one. This one was released after the fact. Buon, Vecchio, Charlie. Haven't played this yet. But apparently this was recorded in 1971, but was not released until, I think, the 90s on CD, and more recently on vinyl. I haven't played this yet, but I remember it as being the thing that I like. I didn't remember whether or not it was going to be on colored vinyl, but it is. It's funky green. So I'll be checking this out when I'm done with the video, because I haven't even played it yet until I opened it. And the last one I got, I believe this is an English band. For the longest time, because I didn't look it up, I just assumed it was a person, but it's a band. And this is a recent vinyl issue of this album. Came out in '71. It's folk rock, very interesting album. Jan Dukes de Grey. Mice and Rats in the Loft. Some of you might know about this album. Just got this, haven't dropped the needle on this, but have this, popped the burned CD in here already. This is very cool, very distinct album. Starts, I can remember this, that from the beginning of the play, it's like, okay, we're in for something. This is interesting. I think they have 2 albums or more. Finally got that on vinyl. So that's the vinyl, and I have not played any other music. Have I overlooked anything to mention that happens sometimes? I don't know if I mentioned this. I sold that double of this that I recently bought. Zappa's Feeding the Monkeys at Maison. This is synclavier work. I really like it. Seriously, I find it engaging and listenable. Not more than listenable. I like his work. When I post these online, it's a beautiful ice cream. Isn't that great? Perfect for it. I love that color. But when I post this, you get the usual feedback from. It's fine. It's different opinions, but it's always just, oh, I don't really like that very much. Oh, that's kind of dry, and it's like, I can see that, but at the same time, it's like, I think it has to do with early on where I was mystified by certain kind of music. I said, why are they doing this? I need to understand this. And as a result, it just allows me to just almost like try to take a driver's seat view as to why someone would do work like this. And as a result, it just makes a lot of sense. Zappa was a genius. He was. So I played that. Someone's trying to get a hold of me. Yeah, RAF. Looks like RAF is going to make some masks. While pulling something else, this popped out. I haven't played it in a while, but I'm going to play it. It's from either New Zealand or Australia, but it's on the Flying Nun label from 1989, the Wart. I don't remember what this sounds like. I'm thinking it's going to be fairly skeletal or that sort of indie, not necessarily jangly, but that's what I liked about Flying Nun was that there was not a specific sound. It could be kind of shambolic and almost amateurish, but inspired. That's what which is again what I related to about indie music, lo-fi, punk, do-it-yourself. Again, there's something to be said for virtuosity. There's a lot to be said for just plain, pure expression. There's just some really great things to experience when you just take the time to find out what people are doing. And I have to be in the mood because sometimes you'll be hearing this folk art and it's like, oh please, not now. Okay, so there was I only watched just a tiny bit of the whole procession and ceremony for John Lewis. I caught just a tiny bit of what Bush said, and I listened to a good portion of what Obama said. Now, I just first wanted just to qualify for you all that don't know, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I've been an independent forever, and I've been saying forever that politicians are politicians, including Obama. Now, Obama's got class, though, and the deal is he's intelligent and he's a decent human being. And so what he had to say today was like, man, it sure makes you hungry. And it just puts in complete, total relief to me and anyone else whose eyes are open. It's like what we're dealing with. There's a sane, intelligent human being speaking clearly on many things, besides paying respects to John Lewis, who greatly deserves it and has my respect. But just talking about the mad shit that we're up against, and how the person who is in office just, man, and then the shit that he said, and of course he's got to be center stage with this crazy fucking ass. No, hey, suspend no re-election. He doesn't have the power to do it, but he's King Tut, or no, King Trumpy. I have executive power. I have absolute power. Yeah, he's a nutcase. Now, when I was working for years as a mental health specialist, I worked and had a group that did public presentations, people with mental illness who were, wanted to do this and had background in acting and stuff, and we would go out, the stigma busters, and the whole idea that we wanted to fight stereotypes about stigma, and part of that was name calling and using certain words like the one I just used. I'm telling you what, I'm just so outraged, and that to me, trying to fight stigma in a system that doesn't even recognize properly services for the mentally ill, it's ludicrous. So I'm saying it, man, Trump is a fucking nutcase. Imbecile, and constantly having to deal with excuses and spin for what he does, and somehow trying to backpedal or find ways to say Well, that's his style or whatever the fuck are you? What? Mm, mm, mm. So yeah, family, friends, strangers, people from around the world, friends, all of you that I've never met. We just have to stay the course here, and try to sit this pandemic out and try to get that under control, because it's out of our hands and it's not going to go away. And it just, the longer it takes for large people to just grasp the reality of this and get their heads out of their asses thinking in terms of distorted political bullshit, we got to just sit tight, because it's dark days, it is. It's like we're having wonderful things happen and we're going on with our lives, but everything that we're going on with is compromised, isn't it? It is. And I just have to keep saying this for my own sanity and looking for signs of Congress, anybody, somebody do something. We can't make any progress on any issues, economic otherwise, while we have this administration in office. People keep trying to say that Trump's biggest accomplishment was the rise in the economy. But that, again, now I'm not an expert, but I think that's bullshit. I think those are playing with numbers. I think it's just only certain ways that you look at the certain aspects of the economy that you can say that he was doing something positive. I just noticed I was rocking. This shit's got, it's also the coffee. But yeah, this shit's got me. Then it got you. I'd play for you what I'm working on, but I haven't played it for the folks who've commissioned it yet. So that doesn't seem right to be playing it just yet. I have a meeting scheduled with them Monday. We're working it out to do a social distant masked meeting here at the house, and in the front yard to start with, and then we'll work it out if we can sit comfortably in the living room, socially distant, because I need them to see what I've done with the video of the movement so far. And if we don't feel cool with that, then I'll just have them go in the house one at a time to view it while we sit outside. I ain't playing around with this shit, you know what I'm saying? Not. Okay, this is going to be a long one, uploading. My sister Stephanie, she tells me that there was an earthquake out where she's at in California. She's, and I can almost say it, Pacoima. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a area, but my sister's badass. She can hang. You know what I'm saying? Pacoima's got a rep, I understand. But she said it wasn't no damage, but it woke her up. So I hope you're all right, Stephanie, if you see this. Family out there, I love you all. People that I know and don't know, I love you all. And can't say it enough that, boy, we've got to just find a way to turn the tide of history. This is an opportunity. This pandemic, it's I'm searching for the word. It's catastrophic, it is. And yet it's such an opportunity for us to go forward, to find a way to do something that heals